everything in this universe is good and bad. There's always a positive and a negative. There's a day and a night. There is a action, and then there is what do you call it? Action and reaction. So the media thing right now is good and bad. Now the choice is yours. What do you want to do with it? And now, when you're watching, say, for as a young tabla player, something is watching and somebody's watching very fast, playing something very fast, and the tabla player wants to be playing as fast as that. That itself is good and it's bad, because then the good thing is planted, because that player visualizes and hears the tone or whatever the speed one can go to. But however it is, whoever is guiding that little one or whoever has to make that person see that who you watched on TV has gone there, had followed a certain steps, a certain routine to achieve that. So if you can point that out and train that person and guide that person to that direction, then the person would be doing something, whatever he or she was inspired by. Now, not necessarily he or she's going to play like that person. Like not everybody, there's only one Zakir Hussain. Cannot be 10,000 Zakir Hussain. You may be influenced by him. You might even play some strokes like him, but overall, the person, you cannot, because that's what he is and that's what he does. And then one Sachin Tendulkar, they are the cricket god, right? Look what he's gone through to become who he is. So, but the guidance, everybody had that guidance to be that area. So you see behind all of them, there were great teachers. There are also other players and other, cricketers or players or whatsoever who didn't have a teacher, but yet they did it on their own, and finally the teachers picked them up or taught them something. So the choice is yours, but all the way down, something is telling you inside. Do this, don't do that. So watching and playing like another thing on TV could be very good and could be very bad. It's the same thing. You can take it around and just say, in real life, watching, say, there's a, you're watching it's a speedy car, like beautiful car. I need to get that car. Do you really need to get that car? Or you want something which is beyond, it's within your control to have. But getting something outside of your control, that's where the problem begins. That's where you go through all kinds of emotional distress and everything, and that is hell, by the way. But if you stay within it and you're satisfied with whatever you have, and you're playing the way you're playing, and you got what you got, you see there's a kind of joy inside. That's heaven. I don't know. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's just, did I go through all this? No, I did not. I did not follow my intuition. It's way later in life that I began to really, really listen. But in the very beginning, no, it was influenced by other people. I knew it was not right, but I couldn't maintain. You may say I didn't have the courage to do it. Yeah, I didn't have the courage to do it, because that's a whole different psychology, Can I have my tea?
Yeah.
Sure, okay, good.
My question is related to the intuition thing and following your intuition. Do you, I would say 40 even years ago, you sort of had a certain intuition of where you wanted to go. Would you ever imagine 20, 30 years ago, you would imagine your younger self being in the place you are today?
Yes, there's a sudden aspect of it is there. Mm-hmm. And another part of it was an illusion and a dream, or whatever you may, that's not there. Mm-hmm. But the essence of it is there. What is the essence? The tabla ensemble, definitely. Yeah. Teaching, definitely. all of that. But the rest is it's volatile situation, like CDs and my music videos and all of that. It is something which is it something? It's a questionable thing. Is it substance? What remains is the actual tabla ensemble and its philosophy and its the essence of it. The legacy of it. Yeah. So yeah, certain things I see it's still there, and the other thing is, like I said, it was a perspective, a maya. So much have changed during the years. In the last year, within the last year and a half or year, actually, mostly heavily in the last year, I've gotten into now very routine lifestyle, which is in the beginning I was not very good at it. I didn't really like it. I was forced into it, and then I fell in love with it actually. And then what happened? What it is that I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, no matter what. That means I have to go to bed early. So that was killing of an old habit of going to bed late. So start 5 o'clock in the morning, and the very first thing I do is obviously, people go to the washroom, so we do that. Wash my hand, very nicely clean. Then go to the altar, turn the light on the altar, and say, "Thank you for a wonderful night of sleep. Thank you that I'm breathing." You start off the day with thank you, and then you visualize that it's going to be a wonderful day. What is a wonderful day? My biggest thing about the wonderful day is like I would like to serve. Now service is all kinds of thing. So obviously it goes into serving. The very first thing after that is you brush your teeth or whatever, and I go and clean Nyla, the oldest cat in the house, her latrine. Clean the toilet. So that's serving. Clean the toilet and everything else. Clean her toilet very well. Feed her. Go into and then I take a shower. In the shower is also a routine. Shower was before. Take a shower. Clean yourself out of the thing. Dry yourself out. Now the shower is. There are beautiful songs or whatever I do, and it got into that, and I sing in that, and then obviously, then the whole idea about you clean the shower, so squeezy it out, so later on in life there's no mildew and all that, dry it, wallet, and so that has become a continuous kind of a thing. And by cleaning, the process of that has become most very beautiful, and that I consider that beginning of everything else, from the breathing, saying thank you, to get the process of cleaning and everything. That's yoga to me. That's meditation. Because when you're cleaning, if you can keep your mind to that instead of mind flying around everywhere else, I think that's what the Zen talks about. Be now. The whole idea of be now. So what is it? Not just in meditation, but be now. So cleaning the toilet, cleaning the washroom. After that begins, there's a whole routine after that, but fast forward a little bit, then starts my meditation, sitting down, pranayam, left in, left out, everything. But the funny part or the good part is when I begin to do that and I call out and I say to Shundari Moy, meditation time, and she just walks up from another room, or maybe I just hear her right now. She walks up and she goes, and you can hear her sit behind me, grang, and then Biral comes and somehow I can feel my eyes are closed and he just comes and rubs against me. And you can feel that he's in front of me. So the meditation happens, and to this Nataraj, which I have before I was born, my parents. And so that process of that. And then I cannot do more than 25 minutes, So there's a whole process of the meditation part where with breathing and, exercises or whatever I do. But the visualization is a key aspect of it, and visualizing good things, not just visualizing really, really beautiful things. First thing in the morning, if you can do that, that's the most powerful time, especially before the sun comes out, And it's the most beautiful because your mind is calm, everything is calm. Anyway, so fast forward a little bit, then I feed the rest of them. So Moy gets her food, Biral and Dahlia, they all get their food. Summertime, it was easy. I would just bring them outside in the catio, and just once I come in the catio, I put them in there and prepare their food. I feed them. Then I go back in. That's when I start the slokas Shruti going on. Put the speaker on and turn the slokas on, burn an incense, put it in the garden, and then go inside. And then I go room to room with my incense and everything else, and blessing every room and visualizing every good thing. Get Nyla out, so she goes out, and then we come out in the garden, into the studio, everywhere with the incense and everywhere. You go around everywhere, and visualize good things and be with positive things. The summertime is good, and then I put it down, bring my cup of tea or whatsoever, sit in the garden, and you hear the birds, and you hear beautiful birds, and you hear the slokas going on. It's such a beautiful thing. You don't have to be in the Himalayas. You really don't have to be anywhere. You just have to create your own Himalaya or whatever you want right there in London, Ontario, in the deck, and the incense is on, and the Shrutis are on, and the cats are calm, and everybody's calm. So that's the start. After that is done, it is almost from 5 o'clock by the time I finish. And then I come back and I get in the treadmill, do my exercise and all that kind of stuff. By the time I'm done from 5, it takes about 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock I go in. That's when I open my computer. That's when I open my phone. Do not open your phone till then. This is the most dangerous thing you can do in the morning. I do not see who likes me, who doesn't like me, what went on, what not, nothing. Completely done. So when I open it, I'm already in a different frame of mind. So even if there's something negative, it doesn't hit me. Because how can it be? You have so much positive thing going, it just overpowers anything which is negative. So that's that, and then I do the ensemble's work. Lots of whatever the admin work is, from email to publicizing this and that. You have to be very careful about what I do till to a certain point. And around, if I haven't cooked lunch, then I quickly finish whatever I got to do, and then I cook lunch, because I eat lunch earlier. Instead of noon, 11 o'clock, everybody eats. They're hungry. When they're hungry, I have to make food for them. So if they're eating, might as well eat. So I've fallen into that routine. After the lunch, it goes into, that's when I watch a little bit of news. But, seriously to tell you, when I watch news, I do not like to watch news. It's just noise. It's everybody talking about the same thing, whatnot. It's very sad, but there's nothing really, I don't know, there's something about it. So I usually turn it off and I watch YouTube about something else much more interesting. And then after that, in the afternoon, go out to do groceries and stuff, whatever I've got to do. Around 3, and then come back and I practice for an hour and a half tabla, solidly in the afternoon. That's when I practice. After practice, I take Moy out for a walk. But all throughout all of this, I'm constantly aware of everything I am doing. And I take every moment for everything to say thank you. I forgot, before we eat lunch, I take my food, one hand, Shundi Moy's food, the other hand, we go in front of the Nataraj, and I just thank for the food which is in my hand, that has come from who knows which fish has been killed and whatnot. And on the other hand, the chicken or whatnot, that poor chicken died for her and for her food. And all the food in my hand was prepared by someone, not prepared, I mean, say from the earth to the farmer, to the truck, to the grocery store, all the way. So thank you to whatever, however, and then you visualize feeding the poor people, the poor kids who don't have any food, and feeding the animals and all that. So that's about a minute and a half, and Shundri Moy stands right behind me saying thank you. So just imagine if my vibration of thank you connects with her vibration of thank you, there must be something about this, So I'm very much in tune with that, and I just want people to know that we are all same, we are all one, and we are all connected. She doesn't speak the same language as I do, but understands the vibration of how I speak, what I do. And the very fact that I'm thanking, it's a vibrations too. And so why is she standing there all that time? She could have gone to her room, waited for her food. No, she stands there. So anyway, that is quite a phenomena right now for me to understand that. Anyway, to fast forward, and in the evening, again, early dinner, 5 o'clock, and then by The 6 o'clock comes the second meditation, very short, very, very short in the evening. I can't focus very much in the evening. Then I watch TV, and what do I watch? I watch YouTube of a little bit of news, and then to YouTube about Mount Kailash, some airline pilot, some then the Vedas and the Zen thing, and some all based on that, and mostly about the Himalayas right now and monasteries. So my life has become based on that. And then I go to bed around bang on 9 o'clock, and everybody's in the same room. I do not sleep in the bed. I sleep on the floor, and Shundi above my head, and Biral on the left side, and Dahlia's on a tree, Naila's in a room, but it's surrounded by this beautiful animal. And before you go to bed, before you close, I close my eyes, you visualize yourself there, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy all around, and that's how I go to bed. That is my life. So when you are not really aware of, say, you're chanchal, like very chanchal. What's the word? English word for chanchal? Restless. So your playing is also restless. Your mind is restless. How can you be? All of a sudden you cannot be calm and steady. Your mind is restless. Your playing is also affected by it, because this is an expression of how you feel. That's what it is. It's like painting. Same thing. If you sit down and you just do all the necessary items, like a puja, when they do the puja, or when they do ceremony, when they go and pray or whatever in the church or in a temple or in a mosque, there's a certain thing they follow for that, to have that beautiful feeling inside. So if you maintain the certain routine to achieve that, so then you will get that. But then again, you will have to get into the process of practicing. Practice your mind before you start practicing. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Make sense? Yeah. Practice your mind before you start practicing. I think that answers the whole question.
Yeah, that's a very good way of saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember that. And always remember that. Practice your mind before you start playing practice or anything. Remember to remember everything. Even thank you. Like even I said thank you every moment of the day. Thank for everything. I thank you right now for doing this. I'm grateful. By doing this, if somebody else is connects with this and makes it feel good, then I'm grateful for that. That's a beautiful feeling, that even I don't even know this person, but the vibration of this carries and hits this person and says, you know what? That's that's very beautiful. I agree. I've gone through that. I can understand that. That's very beautiful, and that's the kind of sangha you want, association. Whether it's in person or in vibrations or whatever, because that does affect in what you do. It is a very, very strong thing. Vibration is a very powerful thing. So be careful of what you put out, because it's going to come back. Routine. You know what? Routine is the most beautiful thing we can have. Routine, what happens is, if you maintain a routine, it gives you clarity. And through that clarity, you find the next knowledge, the next step. And it goes bigger and bigger and bigger. Try this. It's a very beautiful thing. If you don't have a routine, you'll see it'll be chaotic, kind of. Neither here, neither there, neither here, neither there. And you're already feeling like something is wrong. Look at the animals. They have a routine. They maintain a routine. Try not to feed them at a certain time when they eat. See what happens. Or does the daylight saving time work for them? No. They wake up at the same time. They go to bed at the same time. So routine is something which the world, the universe has. It maintains a routine. So why can't we do a routine? So on that note, thank you so much. Thank you very much. And hope to talk to you again soon. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and all the social media. Thank you. Be safe and be happy. Namaskar.